Apollo 10 is one of the most overlooked missions of the entire lunar landing program, but it was also one of the most significant. It was the last dress rehearsal before Apollo 11 made the first landing on the moon. Commander Tom Stafford and lunar module pilot Gene Cernan got into the lunar module Snoopy about 98 hours after launch, during their 12th orbit around the moon. The two astronauts separated from the command module Charlie Brown and flew the lunar module into a station-keeping lunar orbit of about 67 by 72 miles. Then they fired the descent stage engine, the one that would slow the lunar module down to a soft landing on the surface, for 27.4 seconds. This brought the spacecraft into an elliptical orbit 70 miles by 10 miles, which was closer to the surface than any man had been to that point. They flew over Landing Site 2, one of the possible landing sites that Apollo 11 would touch down at 2 months later. So having gotten so close to the lunar surface, could Apollo 10 have landed on the moon? In short, no. Aside from all the untested software on the spacecraft and the general unknowns about a lunar landing, Apollo 10 didn't have enough fuel in its ascent stage to take off from the moon after a potential landing. Apollo 10 had 981 pounds of fuel in its ascent stage. Apollo 11, by comparison, had 2,020 pounds. Every Apollo mission after Apollo 11 was similarly loaded with fuel in the ascent stage, with more than 2,000 pounds of fuel to get off the surface of the moon. Apollo 10's inability to land on the moon. It happened 45 years ago in space.